Greetings, people. It's Jared here, Wolfgang One, back to do another Transformers review. So this is review 100. 100 reviews since I started my new Transformers review playlist, and this is something I reviewed before. I reviewed this now a long time ago as part of my 600 subs or 500 subs special review. I can't remember which one it was, but I'm taking another look at it, ladies and gentlemen. And sadly, this is a lot more difficult than I remember filming. I seem to remember being all over the place, sort of in terms of like the camera getting in here, getting in there. This one has been slightly more of a disaster. But then again, it's a Wolfgang One review. Don't expect professionalism on any level, basically. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a look at for this special milestone. We are taking a look at Transformers Generation One Scorponok.
Right here, right here is Scorponok's box, right? And let's just get this out of the way, right? This thing is fucking huge. Not as big as Fortress Maximus or Fortress Maximus's box. Actually, the box is about the same size as Fort Max. This one here, anyway. Yeah, I've had to take the camera back a little bit because obviously I can't really zoom in on this and not get the whole thing in. I mean, as you can see, it's yeah. This is an original. I got this back in a 2010. Scorponok cost me £175, mint condition complete, with all these bits of paperwork and all that shit. And the box was so very generously donated to me by Dwarf Pornstar when he bought this complete figure with box at the same con. And I think he paid about 200 for it or something like that. Or maybe about the same as I paid. So as he had no need for the box, he went, yeah, you can have this. And I was a very happy Wolfgang One, let's put it that way. Yeah, this is a central piece in my collection. This not the box, sadly. This figure is like one of the prized pieces in my collection. I had this as a kid. This was the largest Transformer I had as a kid. And I dismantled this fucker. Now, I'll come on to that sad, sorry story a little bit later on. Okay, but some things I've never noticed about the box. For example, let's zoom in here. You'll see that the model that they're using still looks like it might be prototype stages. So the cannons are green, the feet are green, and the head of the Scorpion is green, whereas in the final production model they were cast in grey. Actually, the same for the tail. Just hit fucking focus, you bastard. Same for the tail just here as well. The stinger is still orange, but that tail section there, as you can see, my finger just there, that's cast in grey as well. So this is clearly like the photo model they used before final design changes were made, and they were only subtle. But this is fantastic. Transforms from giant scorpion to robot to defense base and back. And then if you scroll down to the bottom here, he's a scorpion monster. Well, that's good to know, isn't it? Because I was thinking to myself, this might be an armadillo or something like that, because it looks so much like a sheep. So there we are. This is let's scroll this back a little bit because this is insane. The colours on this box are still bright after all. I mean, the box has got a little bit of damage to it, as you can see at the top there. In fact, I'm going to turn the box around. Focus, you bastard thing. I'm going to turn it around. There we go. And you can see that the box has got a little bit of damage just on the side here, where it's been ripped when it was obviously opened when the kid played with it. And just there, on this side, let's see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. You've got the production model cast in different colours again, and the various transformation stages going all the way down. And then, of course, last but not least, you have one of the best battle scenes on the back of a box I've ever seen in my life. The artwork on this is amazing. Absolute level. This is what pisses me off about these things, right? Is the fact that, you know, the artwork, the shading, everything like that, it's fantastic. When they got to the Micromaster stages, like a 3-year-old no arms drew them. You know, it's a little bit annoying. Just goes to show how much they didn't really care by the brand at this point. But the artwork on this is amazing. Absolutely fantastic. So I guess what we should do, ladies and gentlemen, because this next part is going to take a while, This review is going to be about half an hour long. I am going to start going through the process of Scorponok himself, as well as the 150,000 different things that he came with. So let's crack straight on into that, shall we? Right, okay, so here is Scorponok in his basic Scorpion mode, and I'll be honest with you, I don't, I don't even know where to fucking begin with this. This isn't the same as recording it the first time I did, when I did like my 500 subs special or whatever the fuck it was, way back in the day. I've got myself a much more limited space now to do this with. So trying to capture this from like sort of any decent angle without my camera going out of focus, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. But this is Scorponok in his basic Scorpion configuration, and he's a fucking beast, ladies and gentlemen. He really is. I mean, the plastic is really durable. It's really solid. There's real weight and heft to him here. There is a slight possible fracture coming up that I do want to talk about, which is what I guess can happen if you try transforming the leg sections back here. What happens if they get turned the other way, which I found, much to my panic, the last time I tried attempting to film this review. The last attempt for this review ended up being about 37 minutes, so I'm going to try and get that down wherever possible. Okay, so basic Scorpion mode configuration. This was the largest Decepticon transformer released in the G1 line. If you don't take into account Triptychon, which I think is a bit bigger than Triptychon. Let's try and see some of the things that Scorponok here came with. Okay, so let's get this fucker out of the way. Just there we go. Right, so he came with one tech spec decoder. Okay, and weirdly enough, I've got a set of tech specs for him here, because the ones on the back of the box, as you saw, were damaged. Basically, tech spec on the thing, decoder just like that. And there's his speed, stats, and his whatever, endurance. He does have a condensed version of this in his chest plate because he's a headmaster, which I'll come on to in a little bit. There's a hell of a lot of stuff to get through here. It comes with one instruction booklet showing his various modes and like sort of the various things he came with, blah, 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 blah. One of those. One product sheet for the 1987 or 88 lineup. I can't remember which fucking one it is now. There's the Decepticons on the back. Let's just get that camera up a little bit. Decepticons just there, and all the Autobots on the other side, including Fortress Maximus. I will do a review on him one day if I ever get to 1,000 subs. I've got nowhere to fucking review him though. The guy's fucking twice as big as Scorponok. Right, and now I've got a tray full of parts here, and I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I can. Comes with two of these. Which I don't know what they are. I have no fucking idea what these are. These are chrome painted guards that go on the city mode and on the side of the Scorpion as well, and robot mode on the legs. I'll show that when the time comes. So that's two of them. It comes with two of these orange There's a Wolfgang 1 review, ladies and gentlemen. It comes with two of these orange ramps. And they come into play in city mode and on top of the Scorpion mode, where you can attach the cannons and things like that. So two of these, four of these double cannon things, which go in various interesting places on the toy. I will come to that when I show them off. But it comes with four of them. Comes with Christ, two halves of his large gun. And you can detach these, and these become like sort of towers in city mode. And that. I never knew that as a kid, so I never used to do that. I only found out much later in my adult life. That's how much of a dickhead I am. So yeah, two halves of that. I'm not even going to bother trying to get these out of the way. It comes with this little fella here. Let's see if I can't. There we are. Get some fucking light on him. He comes with this little fella. This is Fast Track, and he is a robot sentry drone thing. Transforms into a little tank, which I will show off in just a moment. He comes with right, okay, let's show this off. Comes with two of these things, this bit here and this bit here, and these form together to form a lift that goes onto the city mode, which is kind of redundant considering directly next to it there's a ramp, and because of where this is attached, you can't really do anything with it. It's a shit design, quite frankly. There for playability value, but all in all, was a bit of a shit inclusion. It comes with fucking hell. These things, these are repair by arms. You can slot these into the city mode as well. Sadly, because of all these like extra parts, not all of these parts are stored in all the modes. So it's sometimes you end up with a few bits left over. It comes with one shield, which turns into a guard tower. Now this one here doesn't always, as you can see, doesn't always clip together the way I want it to. So for the purposes of the review, it'll either work or it won't. At the moment, it's decided not to, so this can fuck off. He comes with one helmet, which is the Scorpion head, but also doubles as the main robot head. Speaking of the robot head, he comes with a little Nebulan partner. This is Lord Zarak, and the reason he comes with this, and this is the problem about making Scorponok smaller than Fortress Maximus, is he's only a single headmaster as opposed to a double headmaster. So he has a normal size headmaster's head, and this is supposed to complement it and supplement the smallness of his cranium. And we're almost there now, ladies and gentlemen. He comes with 4 little things, right? I don't know what else to fucking call them. It comes with 4 of these in various different shapes, and these all go on the city mode. You can put them in any configuration you want. And yeah, but apart from that, they serve no real function. You can't really store them anywhere else. And last but not least, in accompanying to Fast Track, the little tank drone thing here, it came with 2 of these small guns. Now, I don't know. Oh fuck me! I don't know how much these things are now, right? But if you wanted to try, back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to get one of these, right, because you were missing one, 10 years ago, these were costing you $14.99 each, and these things are fucking titchy, right? That's tiny little things. I was lucky enough to get Scorponok complete for like, what was it, 145 complete or something like that back in, or 175, I can't remember. It was around that back in AA 2010. Auto Assembly 2010. So you can probably 3D print these now. In fact, probably 3D print most of this shit. But yeah, that's 10 minutes fucking taken up on the accessories, right? Jesus Christ, lads. So we're just going to put all those back in this little fucking tray, right? Get that out of the way. All that's this and that. Let's talk about Fast Track for just a moment. So he's a little robot sentry. Bear with me, I'm transforming him. Little robot sentry tank thing, right? He's nothing really special to look at, quite frankly. All block grey with orange wheels. No discernible detail there whatsoever. Just trying to find those guns, because the last thing I want to do is be paying $14.99 or more for them. And you basically just attach the little guns to the front of his hands, just like this. There we go. And that's Fast Track in his little sentry tank thing, and he sits very nicely on Scorponok in city mode, who has a little ramp, and I'll show all that when I come to it. And basically the transformed Fast Track, it's not difficult at all. You just flip him out like this, straighten him out, fold this section just up like that, and bring these down. And then he's a little robot. There he is. He's a little robot that won't focus. Fuck you. Right, back then. Stand there. He's a little robot with 2 little guns. And he is what he is. He's harmless. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit of paint detail on him, just to pick out the face and maybe some of that detail on the chest. But apart from that, he's all right. I'm not losing any sleep on the fact that he doesn't look like much, quite frankly, because he's not the main attraction, ladies and gentlemen, right? This fucking thing, right, is the main attraction. There we go. Again, Scorponok in his basic Scorpion mode. Now, I dismantled mine, right, because I've often mentioned how back in my youth I was a wanker, right? I dismantled mine because I was fascinated to know how the Scorpion legs moved, right? And basically they move on a system, the 2 little wheels on the bottom just there that you can see, and the wheels roll and that makes the legs move, right, on both sides. That should have been enough for me as a kid, really, but what I did was I dismantled it and then discovered that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 fucking parts to this, right? Once you take the back off, and I've only got 2 hands, right? As you probably noticed, like here's my other one, right? And 2 hands cannot line up 15 different parts and hope to get it back together. So this thing was fucked. Once I dismantled it, it was fucked. No chance of putting it back together at all. So I'm not making the same mistake with this. We are moving straight into, let's put Scorponok together. Let's start by putting on these orange ramps just like this. So one will go up here, up in this little spot. Well, I say that because now I'm doing the review. This fucking thing don't want to work, does it? Just fucking get in there, right? The other one can go up here. There we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, right? I'm not a selfish man. I will take that as progress. We are going to attach these 2 silver guard things, right? And these will go on the back like that, and we'll put one on the other side like that. Okay. Those 4 double cannons that I mentioned. 2 will go on the top, just like this. One there, and then 1 on each scorpion arm, just like this. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then scorpion head in this little bit just here, okay? And that right there is Scorponok in his full scorpion mode. I'll try and take it back a little bit. Yeah, he's a beast. He's awesome. I mean, to be honest, he's awesome in any mode. I would say that the city mode is probably the one that lets it down the most, even though there is playability value there. But I would say, yeah, the Scorpion and the Robot mode are the most successful. And this is beautiful. I mean, these colours. I mean, bearing in mind that this toy now has got to be fucking how many years old now? 1988. It's about 36 years old. Thereabouts, 34 years old. This one's in great condition. But ignoring the overall condition, look at the colours on it. The colours are so vibrant. I've given it a bloody good clean up because it was dusty as all fuck. But ignoring that, I mean, the stickers are mostly in still good condition. There's a couple of peelings in various places, but for the most part, they're the original stickers. There's a peeling just on the sticker back here, as you can probably see. Get my finger out of the way, just there. A little bit of peeling just on this one here. For the most part, though, oh, actually, there's some peeling on the other leg. I'll show that in a minute. For the most part, though, he is in remarkable condition. Now, you've got a choice. In this mode, Scorponok can be piloted by little fucking Zarak just here, right? By either opening up the what is supposed to be the cockpit, stick him in, and close it up, right? I've never liked that. I've never liked that at all. What I much preferred, and what I always preferred to do, was get Zarak in a seating position, like so, dump him in there, and then close him up. And that, to me, it looks like he is piloting Scorponok. I always used to do that as a kid, and for some reason, as an adult, it seems to it still works in my head, even though I appreciate that my head is a strange and dangerous place sometimes. He is ignoring the chrome, which has only really started happening, I'd say, in the last 2-3 years, something like that, the chrome wear, something like that. Apart from that, this guy is absolutely as gorgeous as the day I bought him. And again, not dismantling him. I'm not doing that. I learned my lesson once. Thank you very much. One would argue that it was a lesson that didn't need to be learned in the first place. Because all I had to think was, oh, those 2 little wheels on the bottom make these move. But again, dickhead. So yeah. So that is Scorponok, ladies and gentlemen, in Scorpion mode. He's fucking great. He really, really is a wonderful, wonderful piece of work. I'm going to transform him now to city mode. And it's a lot of fucking about. It's a lot of fucking about. It's a lot of putting things places where I just, yeah, trust me on it. So let's take Zarak out. Let's close that up. Let's start by taking off these panels again. And we are going to move the arms up and around like this, so that sitting either side of the scorpion head, okay? Then we are going to bring the claws in the upright position, just like that. Now, if you want to, for just a little bit of playability, you could bring these cannons and you can bring them down, just like that, just for a little bit of variety. Then we want to turn him around, just like this. Disconnect the scorpion tail from its arse, just like that. Fold away the stinger, and then bring the whole thing down like that. Okay, now you want to then bring these legs out like this. That sounded a bit dodgy. Now, this is something I want to mention. I'm just going to zoom in on his crutch, right? Now, you'll notice just here, right, and just here is where the plastic would have been like sort of or molded together almost. Now, if you turn these legs the wrong way, what I noticed was this crack starting to develop, right, just here. In fact, you can probably see that there's a bit of a gap there compared to on this side just here. So I need to be very careful with this, okay? Zooming out of Scorponok's crutch now, even though it is a fine crutch by Transform standards. Right. Now we want to extend said legs like this, okay? We are then going to roll these back and not the other way, like this. Connect that to that, okay? So bring it round like this, and then snap that into place, okay? Bring the, oh fuck me, let's bring this out again. How much of this wasn't on camera, ladies and gentlemen? We'll find out when I play it back. We want to then bring this section up and like that, okay? And then just here, you'll see the grey plate, and just straighten those up a little more. There we are. Bring that forward, okay? Now that's supposed to connect together via this little black tab. That's supposed to connect to there, but I'll be honest with you, it doesn't really do a very good job of that at all. Never did. Didn't do on the one that I had when I was a kid, but then again, it was in fucking 15 different pieces. Then you've got these two sections just here. One here, one here. Lift those up like this, which will show like basically little titty missile pod things. Then we want to bring the ramps down on either side like this. Believe me, I've done it on the other side there. Then you've got grey panels, one here, and then one just over here. So we want to open those up, just like this, just like that on this side. And then those orange pieces that I mentioned, which don't do fuck all, right? So you've got your little ramp thing. We're going to build that by connecting the two bits together. Like that. And then we're going to slot them in via these things into the little ports just here on the other side. Okay. Fuck me, look at that. There's one. We are going to then take these two things, right? These things, and we're going to put these in here, right? Now, do you remember what I said about the little repair bay arm? That looks lovely. Remember what I said about this being completely pointless because this ramp now can't go fucking anywhere, right? That's all I'm saying. Then we're taking these two silver things here, which I still don't know what they are. We're going to attach these to the towers just up here, okay? Looks absolutely lovely so far, doesn't it? The sort of place that you would want to live. Two halves of the gun, right? This is never ending. I'm glad I didn't do half this shit when I was a kid, right? So the two halves of the gun, one's going to port into the back here, and the other one is going to go in there somewhere. Lovely. Now he has. Now he's just got bits of fucking plastic attached to him. Quite frankly, is what it looks like to me. But what do I know? What do I know? We are then going to take that claw shield, this thing here. We're going to bend it in half, clip it together, and then that is going to go in this cavity just here, just like that. Okay. It's probably supposed to go the other way, but you know what? I'm not losing sleep over it if it doesn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. We are slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. Then the only thing you've got to do is these small sections just here. We're going to put one just here. We're going to put another one just there. As I said, you can put these in any order you want. It doesn't matter one way or the other. All those together. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's right there. For all the fucking around and misery that there is, that is Scorponok in city base mode. And yes, there's a lot of fucking about involved. There is. I won't deny that. But there is something incredibly amazing at the same time about it. I don't know what it is. You can put a little fast track on here because he's got literally nowhere else to go at this stage. And there's a little black button. Actually, do you know what? Let me zoom in there. See that little black button just there? Right? That will release the ramp of a little platform the fast track is going to sit on. And then for the shits and giggles factor, what we used to do as kids was we'd set him up, we'd let him go, and then he'd roll off down here and then go onto the sofa, right? For the purposes of this review, I'm not I'm not going to do that, right? I'm just going to hold my hand here, and fuck me, it still works. There we are. That's there's the playability value. But I would use him as part of a MicroMaster City. I would also like this to fucking clip in for once in its miserable existence, right? But that's not going to happen. But for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, that is Scorponok. Zoom out a little bit more. That is Scorponok in base city mode, and yeah, he's fucking great. I mean, he's way he's way too big. He's way too big to show on camera. And he's absolutely fucking ludicrous. But I absolutely think this is absolutely amazing. I don't know how many more times I can say absolutely, and before it just takes the whole meaning out of the word, quite frankly. This is great. This is so 1980s. It should basically be in the Viper room choking on its own vomit after an OD is how cool this is, quite frankly. So what we're going to do is we are now going to take all this shit off again, right? Bear with me. We're going to take all this shit off again, and then we're going to take Scorponok to robot mode, okay? So the dismantling of all this is a hell of a lot easier than the mantling, if you will, the assembly. So let's take this shit off here, right? Let's take that shit off there. Let's take all this shit off here, right? Off it all comes. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I don't need those. Great. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this little thing here. We're going to take that off. And we're going to get rid of that. Right? And we're going to get rid of these as well. Right? Everything's coming off. We are now left, ladies and gentlemen, with the bare bones of Scorponok's base mode. Okay, so let's start. Let's pull these things. Let's put those back down. Let's put the grey panels. Let's fold those back up. Okay? Just fucking thing. Right. We are now going to fold these back up. Okay? Yep. We're now going to put this section and flip that all the way back. Now pull this back down. And then twist these back this way. And then have him as if he's going to be buried in a Y-shaped coffin. Just like that. Okay. Now, we are now going to take these sections and we're going to fold these out. And these are going to form the feet of the legs. Right. Now we have to see about actually standing the bastard up, right? So, we are going to take this section, move it to the back, and then Scorponok's legs are going to form like this, okay? Oh, fuck me, rotten. Right, let's get the fucking light out of the way. Bring the arms. Actually, no, do you know what? Before the arms, this back section here, right? Little post, port, line it up, bring it in, lock it in, okay? Bring the stinger just here, bring that back down like that. So a little back kibbly, especially when you have to then move the scorpion legs like this. All of them can go around to the back. He's a little kibbly, but do you know what? He's also rather endearing. Then we need to bring the arms down. Bring those grey guns off the back of them. Put the grey guns then on the two shoulder nipples, like that. And then that is Scorponok. Yes, that's Scorponok in basic form. Okay. Fucking Jesus Christ. Right. Let's just stand him. Let's just zoom in on him a little bit. There we are. Then we are going to take these sections, because we've still got use for these, believe it or not, and we're going to put these back on the legs, just like that. They serve no purpose whatsoever. They're merely decorative at this point. Okay. We are now going to combine his gun with those two tower pieces. Right. Put the gun together. So the gun's got its like little blast shield thing. Blah blah blah. Like that. We are then going to give Scorponok the gun. Like that. Okay. Then this thing here, which was, I don't know, what was it, a tower for the base. We are then going to fold that back out and hope to God it fucking clips in, which obviously it's going to fail to do because my toys don't like me very much. Come on, just do as you're told. Do just once. Just once. You have never done this in all the time I've owned you, right? But now, because I want to do the review, you want to be a bit of a cunt. Do you know what? It's fine. You can be a cunt. You can stay there on the other arm and be cunty, right? Now, we've got Zarak. Let's zoom in on Zarak a little bit. And transforming Zarak is the same. You just bend him over again. Like that. And flip up the panel. And that's Scorponok's head. And then we want to put Zarak come on. In that thing just there. I've done this in the most fucking cack-handed possible way. Right. Okay, so get in. That like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, after much fucking about and almost a borderline level of regret for doing this review, and that right there, that right there is Generation 1 Scorponok. He's a faff. He's fucking uber faff is what he is. He's a massive fuck around for what he is. But my God, if he isn't incredible. His colours are bright. His stickers are mostly okay. This one here is peeling on the corner. The purple is a lot darker in real life than it is actually coming through on this camera. But my God, ladies and gentlemen, for 145 quid, is the faff worth it? 145 quid, what, 10 years ago or more? Is the faff worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely love this. He's got a little bit of articulation, I guess, because of his like sort of ratchet. He's got ratcheting joints as well. He's got a little bit of articulation. He's a lumbering, awkward fuck, is what he is. Oh dearie me. I wish I was getting a better camera angle on him, quite frankly. In fact, you know what? If I'd have actually just thought about it, I would have. I have extended the tripod as far as it will go. Never mind. It was a good idea, I think. Actually, no, I haven't. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, because the fun hasn't quite stopped. Right, even though I know in your heart of hearts, you're desperately wishing it would. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I should have gone for. There we go. Fucking idiot reigns supreme. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Generation 1 Scorponok. This is an absolute beauty of a toy. I have not done him justice at all in this review. I fully appreciate that. I fully appreciate that I've made this review painful from beginning to end. But it's my pain, and I feel, if it's my pain, then I should at least share it. I desperately want to take a look at the Titans Return version. Not wanting to spend the money on it. I have the original version. This guy is absolutely beautiful. And I'm very, very, very lucky to have him complete. I'm very, very lucky to have him boxed and complete. Especially one that stood the test of time like this one has. He is in remarkable condition. His ratcheting joints are still, what's the word? Ratchety, I guess. His colours are bright. His detail is incredible. For the most part, he is pristine. But fuck me, is he awkward. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my that is my review. I guess you could call it a review of Generation 1 Scorponok. That is review 100. Next week, we are going to be taking a break from G1 for a little bit. We are going to be looking at Leader Class Animated Megatron. So I do hope you check back for that. And there'll be a couple of other things in the corresponding weeks after. So yeah, this guy here is all kinds of awesome. He is a quintessential 1980s toy. Well, for someone who didn't get Fortress Maximus, he was the largest Transformer I owned, and my God, was he fantastic then, and he's absolutely fantastic now. So thank you very much for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerald Gavin Barry, also known as Wolfgang1, saying I'll be back in the near future. We've got more 7 Days to Die coming. We've got Star Trek Online playthrough coming if I ever get it sorted. We might have some more Strange Corners. We have the upcoming songs from my album from a decade ago, and there'll also be demos on the way as well. So do check back for all of that and more. Until we see each other again, thank you for watching this, and take care.